Hey guys, welcome to the Rusty Toolbox. This episode we're going to be hanging out with Kevin. He has finished up his project, the 62 truck, and we're going to check it out. All right, KevBot, you've been working on this thing for a couple months now.
Yeah.
There's 4 tires.
Working my guts out.
The front is on it. It's got a beautifully upholstered seat in there.
Yeah, I still got tires to do and a windshield.
Tires and a windshield.
And I want to find a period steering wheel, but yeah, she starts up really nice.
Wow, fired right up.
Yeah. Yeah, and so I have has power brakes on it. Front disc. Runs like a champ.
So, this is a 62 Chevy, or sorry, 62 Ford. What would they classify? Like
F100.
F100 Unibody. Okay. 62 F100 Unibody. This engine is not the engine that you got in it.
No, it's the period engine, but this one was from another donor truck, a farm truck that I pulled it out of.
Okay. So you got this engine running, swapped in.
Yeah.
Like you said, power brakes. And yeah, it's idling great. So what else? I know I was over here at one point helping you with the rear drums.
Yeah.
You got those rebuilt.
I had to replace a lot of the wiring, the signal circuit, the brake circuit. I replaced the harness.
What's up? That's Dallin, the Rusty Toolbox brother.
Oh yeah.
But that's not it. You had to replace. I mean, like.
Yeah, I replaced a lot. I did a lot of rust work on it. I replaced the floor pads and the cab mounts underneath. Had to lift it a little bit up off of the frame. Replaced the cab mounts.
Other body work, right? You replaced some of the floor and the
Yeah,
cab.
some patches along the side.
Patches on the side. So yeah, there's a few little patches you can see right here. But you went to a front disc kit, right? Yeah, you can see the disc in there. New suspension in the front, looks like. And it runs. It starts right up.
Yeah.
It's running. There you go. Yeah, buddy. That is cool. Well, you're probably done with projects for a while, huh? Oh wait,
Yeah, take the summer off.
are you really?
Well, a month or so.
You're gonna take a couple weeks off. I'm sure you'll be attacking the back there in that tent back there. He's got the body for your Crown Hick for the unibody that's gonna go on the Crown Vic frame. But yeah, it looks great.
The back windows in these are super cool too.
Yeah, you see that curved glass, full one-piece black back window.
This is awesome.
You did it. Back on the road. How do you feel?
Good. Brought something back from the dead.
Heck yeah. It only took like what, 3 or 4 trucks combined to bring one back.
Yeah.
That's all right. It's worth it. And what are you planning on doing in the exterior? Are you going to do any paint, or are you just going to keep the patina as it is?
Yeah. If anything, I'll try and patch have this paint matched. The little spots that I've patched, have those paint matched and clear coat it. Kind of try and keep it the rustic look.
Yeah. Well, it is very cool. And it makes me want an old truck. Good job. All right, so I got a triple square bolt nut socket for those little locks. It's called a triple square, 12 pointed. And then after some heavy wrangling and some sweating and some nearly tearing my shoulder out of its socket, I was able to get all 4 old wheels and tires off of the car. So what I'm planning on doing is actually washing these. I'm going to wash them down really well with the old tires on them. And then I'm going to give them a good sand down and clean, and I'm going to paint them to try to match that inner sort of darker silver, which is what I believe they were originally, as you can kind of see inside that little indentation what it was probably like originally. So I'll be giving those a good paint before I take them to get the new tires mounted, the new tires over there. So yeah, that'll be the next big step with the Scirocco. In the meantime, I'm still just sort of tinkering, fiddling around, trying to figure out why I'm not getting a signal going back to the fuel filter in the back, or the fuel pump in the back, excuse me. So that's that. Let's get back outside and start working on the wiring on the Audi. All right, so here's a look at what we're dealing with. This was the end of the harness that was in the back of the car that I found, thankfully. So we've got all these ends and all these cut ends, and so we need to connect this to this. So time to get got the soldering kit, heat gun, shrink wrap. I might be here a while. Okay, wow, that was a bugger, but I am 90% sure that is all set, ready to go. I've only got 2 more here for the tire pressure monitor system, or the ABS, I'm not sure which one that is. I think it's the tire pressure monitor. So I'll just hook up that to the other end of it, and then we'll plug in the light, the new light we got. Should be right over there. Yep. And we'll see if we can make it happen. Alrighty, everything's soldered in. Fender's back on. Light installed. Bumper installed. Everything looks good. Everything's solid. And it's mostly good news. The only bad news is the running lights don't work. So the light I got was broken. So I'm gonna see if I can get a refund on it. Maybe get another one, maybe not, but yeah, it's great. I also found in the back the little wiring loom for the horn and the fog light. So I'm just gonna be able to cut this part off, so that plugs into the fog light. The fog light is right there, and I dropped it on the ground so it broke. I'm a little bit of a noob, but I'll be able to put that fog light in, hook that back up. The wiring works. I tested the wiring with just like a little voltage meter, and that works. So that should be that in terms of the front wiring and the lighting and everything. The only thing, like I said, the only thing that doesn't work is that daytime running light. All the other things work. The turn signals, high beams. And so I'm going to call that good on the front. There's still some leftover wiring problems, not wiring problems, electronic problems, tire pressure monitoring system, and the like the airbag light and the parking brake sensor. They, from what I understand, from what I've researched, is just a simple reset from Audi. So I'm gonna go and see if that's that. Before I do that, I'll probably check underneath the passenger seat to make sure that all the connections are tight, because sometimes if there is a loose connection or an unplugged connection, it'll set off some of those. So that's it. Yeah, looks good. I'm gonna wash this fender since it was sitting in the garage when I washed the rest of the car. But yeah, I'm actually pretty stoked about it. That was a big wiring job, and it is done. All right, the Audi is pretty much done. Got the new fender liner in. Fog lights are working. All the electronics are working. Only thing is it has a check engine light for a boost, a low boost problem. From my research online, it seems like it's a boost control valve right under the turbo, which is pretty easy to fix. It's a $50 part, so that should be here pretty soon. In the meantime, I've got the 4 Volkswagen wheels and the caps here. I'm just going to be giving them a light sand and cleaning them off so that I can respray them a dark kind of graphite gray, very similar to the inside what the wheel sort of originally left at the factory as. So let's do it. Alrighty. Unfortunately, it was a bit windy, so I had to get pretty close, but I did a couple coats. The color looks really nice. I kept the old tires on there to act as sort of a, you know, a mask, so I didn't have to hang the wheels or do anything like that. So, you know, it's just a simple job. It's not going to be like concours, or else I would have, you know, taken the tires off and painted them separately and everything in a booth. But I just wanted to get a coat down, let this dry and set for a little bit. I'll probably give it a light sand with like some 400 grit, and then we'll go back over with another final coat, and then we'll do some clear on the top. It's like a matte, I got like a matte tire or a matte wheel finish, like a clear finish, so that'll give them a nice protective finish, hopefully last a long time. But I really like the color. I think it's going to match up super nice with the red Scirocco once it's all painted up. So with the wheels drying, the Volkswagen wheels, decided to start going out in the interior. I had to climb in from the inside to pop the latch on the hood, the trunk lid, I mean. Popped those old headlights out, got everything off. The rubber seal for the hatchback is actually in okay condition. Give it some reconditioner and should be good. Probably have to replace this vinyl, and then I'm trying to decide if I'm going to keep these carpets and just clean them, or get new ones. I mean, it's just like caked in dog hair and who knows what else. So gonna do the most I can back here in the next little bit. Yeah, so I'll just keep trucking along in the back here for a little bit, but I think that'll do it. Awesome to see Kevin get his truck on the road finally. Now we can get to work on the Crown Vic Ford truck mashup. The Audi is pretty much finished up. I just need to get that turbo valve in the mail. Probably should be here in the next couple of days. And then we'll keep stripping out this Volkswagen Scirocco, get the new tires on, wheel it out into the driveway next time so we can just blast it, get it nice and clean everywhere. So that's the plan. Thanks for tuning in. Give us a subscribe. I appreciate all the views and the help and the feedback and the comments. We'll see you next time.